We're going to talk the Manchester derby. Manchester City, of course, up against Manchester United, and at any time of the season, we always eagerly await this fixture. But why are Manchester United, Martin, at this stage, seemingly coming across as the unconvincing winners at this time? How quickly might a statement result change that? Before you answer, Danny Murphy, on this very show the other day, we were talking about Ten Hag, and he says, you know, when it comes to improvement, I'm not seeing much.
His first season was something everybody thought was a good thing. In terms of, I know they lost some games and they weren't good away from home generally, but they won a trophy and they got in Champions League football back. So I think that would say box ticked for the manager. Well done, first season. And then people expect progression. I don't see them being any better at the moment than they were last season. If anything, probably worse.
They're worse at this stage, Martin, according to Danny. They're worse now than they were this time last season.
Absolutely, I concur with that. I don't see convincing performances from Manchester United at the moment. I see scrambling over the line wins. We've just talked about Sheffield United and their plight and how difficult it's been for them. When Manchester United really struggled to win that game with a late goal 80th minute from a fullback, and it just. I'm really pleased to see Maguire back in. I felt a lot of criticism came his way. I thought a lot of the issues we talked about targeting a bus, didn't we, through their midfield?
Yeah.
And not wanting to. I certainly wanted in my heyday to be in this Man United team right now, because the midfield, Amrabat now coming in is a plus, but it's where they were using him in an unconvincing left back position when he came in. So no, it's kind of work in progress. And every game they've played this season, Jim, they've. You know, if you look at right from the beginning against Wolves, they won that game, and you thought, how on earth did they win that game? To be 2-0 down against Forest, to have to scramble back into that, and every game they don't control games. They've got the players on the pitch to do that, and then you look to the manager and you wonder, okay, is he out of his depth?
Do you think he is?
Well, one thing's for certain, if he doesn't, I mean, this game now puts him under huge pressure, but they're not expected to win that game, so it's almost a bonus for them. I do see City winning it.
They're not expected to win the Manchester derby.
Man United are not expected to win the match. The club is not where it was, Jim. What are we, 10 years since they last won a Premier League? This is like a rebuilding process. The club is up for sale. It's about there's huge problems there.
But we're not talking Liverpool-Everton,
It's still a good squad.
We're talking about Manchester United against Manchester City.
They're still in the Champions League.
I would doubt there's many United fans out there who say, yeah, we're going to get beat.
But you've asked me, was it convincing? It's far from convincing.
But they won the 3 in the bounce. They've won. Yeah,
but they've scrambled to 1-0 wins, Jim. You know, to beat Sheffield United.
Is
Brentford,
Ten Hag the man for the job?
Brentford at home in the last few minutes. They managed to scramble to make Tommy 2 goals.
Is Ten Hag the man for the job?
Not what I'm seeing right now. I'm a little bit surprised. If this was Mourinho in situ, then I'm pretty certain all the former players would be on the bandwagon now saying they want him out. I don't know whether or not his public relations is very good, but what I'm seeing with my own eyes, I don't see a convincing performance. Now, because he's getting results, he's in there fighting, he's got a chance. It doesn't matter what people believe or what they think. It's about turning around results. This is the biggest opportunity they ever get now at the weekend. But I don't see Man City slipping up again, Jim. It can't happen.
I mean, there's a United fan. How many injuries have we had since the start of the season? Should that not be taken into account? Ask Martin, I will ask you, Martin, is Ten Hag the kind of manager that you would like to have played for in your career?
Well, these are all unfair questions because we don't work with the individual. We don't see them close up. You know, I want a manager that believes in me, trusts in me, respects what I am as an individual. I now see Maguire back in the team. I don't think that sort of respect's been paid to him since the start of the season.
But you think Ten Hag's out of his depth? Those were the words you used. You think he's out of his depth?
Potentially he's out of his depth. It looks like he is right now. They're just hanging on to get results. If he goes on another run, Jim, of 2 or 3 defeats, then I think he's out the door.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.